This is Xiaomi's latest flagship, the 12 Pro, featuring some impressive specs like the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, 120Hz AMOLED display, and a triple camera setup. But what's it really like? I'm switching this video review up with something different, so here's a day in the life with the Xiaomi 12 Pro. So my routine is different at the moment. Given that I'm fasting for Ramadan, that means I woke up today at around 4 a.m. Sometimes I get up earlier to get some fuel in before the fasting time begins, just before sunrise. Special shout out to my Sahur gang. I'm having some eggs, yogurt and tomatoes, getting some watermelon and dates in too. I try not to check my phone early on, but I needed to respond to some messages on UK time zone, so I got that done before my early morning prayers. So I got up from a small sleep at around 8:30 a.m. Today I'm planning on doing something with the family later, so I got some of my social media work done, a couple of emails and calls, some upcoming YouTube collabs I'm doing with brands. I even managed to also get some content time in. This display on the Xiaomi 12 Pro is sweet for content viewing. I love the 120Hz AMOLED display. It definitely feels and looks premium in the hand. And a big shout out to fellow creators, Frankie for Talking Watches and Ben and Patrick for Talking Tech. They're putting out some really cool content, so also give them a follow too. To be honest, I like how Xiaomi have made the whole phone feel premium, especially in this grey-black color. Thankfully, it isn't going to pick up fingerprints easily. Back to the display, you've got that dynamic refresh rate, which is what I've been using this on, but the curved edge on this does pick up some weird, random, unintended touches, especially around my chubby thumbs and when I'm gripping this hard. Right, enough scrolling, let me get showered and ready. Okay, 1 second. Right, I'm all showered up, ready to go. So the kids are also off this week and we've been doing something practically every day. Today, we're gonna go to the Louvre, Abu Dhabi. It's a perfect way to also test out the camera on the Xiaomi 12 Pro. So let's go. So the Xiaomi 12 Pro comes with a triple camera setup on the back, a 50 megapixel IMX 707 f1.9 with a 50 megapixel ultra wide f2.2 and a 50 megapixel telephoto f1.9. The snaps on this are actually really nice. Xiaomi have definitely tweaked up the software to get this nice vibrant shot in a range of different lighting conditions. I like how there isn't also a noticeable change between the different cameras and focal lengths. Just take a look at some of these shots. The only criticism I have is that some colors like the green are, in my opinion, a little oversaturated in shots, but you know, that's a personal preference. You'll get a maximum of 20x zoom, which really is far too fuzzy to be used, but the 5x and 10x do a nice job. Portrait shots are sometimes okay, and other times I feel like they struggled with subject and background definition, and it was noticeable, but all in all, I think this is a solid camera setup. Okay, so when you come out of the Louvre, this is the middle courtyard area. It's absolutely stunning. I think this is like one of the highlights. Incredibly peaceful and just magnificent. This can record up to 8K, but I'm currently recording 4K 30 frames per second. There's a couple of steady modes, but then that crops that in, but also limits you to 1080p. So just to give you an idea of what 4K 30 frames per second looks like. Let me know what you think also of the audio. And here's a quick montage of some video shots from this incredible courtyard. Okay, so here's a test of that front-facing 32 megapixel selfie camera, and I'm filming currently video, obviously. Now what's interesting is that this is limited to 1080p, so you can't film with the front selfie camera in 4K. It's either 1080 at 30 frames, which is what I'm filming in now, or in 60 frames. I ideally would have liked to see this in 4K because it would have helped make this phone more of a kind of a vlog setup, but currently limited to 1080p. Let me know what you feel about that in the comments below. Okay, so we got back from the Louvre. In fact, I had to stop over, get some groceries for my wife because she's cooking tonight. I will share with you what we are breaking our fast with. But right now, it's just gone 5:20 and the battery life has dipped further. I took a couple of calls as well. It's gone down to 43%. Now, as far as like battery life is concerned, over the week and a half that I've been using this, the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 processor, I was expecting slightly better battery life, but it's not been bad, but it's not been as good as I was expecting either. Particularly between 60 to 40%, I've noticed that it drains battery a lot faster. Now, I have this set up obviously to my requirements. Perhaps some of those settings are a bit battery heavy, like the screen brightness and that dynamic display. You do get that 120 watt fast charge right out of the box. That means that you're gonna be able to get fast juice when you do need it, and the 50 watt wireless charging and that 10 watt reverse wireless charging are pretty cool. Anyway, it's 5:20 right now. We break fast at about 6:40. I normally work out before I break fast. I'm not gonna head down now. I'm gonna probably head down at about 6 o'clock. So that gives me about 40 minutes, 50 minutes to just chill. So yeah, let's do that. Software on this is powered by Android 12 with MIUI 13 on top. It's okay. I mean, look, there are benefits of MIUI, especially if you are heavy on the customization. Talking of customizations, if you want to buy this wallpaper I've used with my setup, check out the link below. Proceeds will go towards charity. But performance is also stellar with the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 4nm processor. This is paired up with 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. And gamers will be happy thanks to the display with good frame rates. And there's also liquid cooled tech also, which I noticed that the 12 Pro didn't warm up during extended gameplay as much as similar spec devices. Okay, it's time almost to break fast, so let's hit the gym. So here it is. This is the meal. It's nice and healthy. We've got homemade chicken skewers, homemade kind of potato chips, and then we're having that with wholemeal bread and a couple of chutneys. What are you eating, Mira? Just potato chips. Now, after breaking fast, I did the daddy duties, helped put little ones to bed, and then got a chance to sit down for like 30 minutes or so to catch up with some notifications before heading back out for night prayers that are common in Ramadan. Okay, so on my way back from the mosque, the night prayers, and this is what video looks like in low light. This is currently being filmed with the standard 1x lens. It's pretty cool. Lights are out tonight. What do you think? Been a busy but nice day with the Xiaomi 12 Pro, and I think at this price point of around 3,600 dirhams or roughly around $1,000, they're aiming squarely for the flagship territory. It certainly feels like a flagship device, from the screen to processor to insane charging to that triple camera. But I still feel MIUI 13 can feel a little bloated, and that lack still of any official IP rating is odd, but the battery life in the end was around 18% left and roughly around 7.5 hours of screen on time, which is still good. Okay guys, it's around 9:30 p.m. and I've got to get back up at 4 a.m. for another day.